Hey. Y'all know what time it is. It is 7 p.m. on Saturday. So guess what? It is time for getting acquainted with the queens. Wave at them, queens. Woo! All right, y'all. So we are excited tonight because it is just the queens tonight. And so we are about to spill the tea. Oh, yes, we are. We are about to spill the tea because we have an upcoming event on October the 17th, and we are excited. Of course, it is going to be the virtual edition, of course, because of Rona and COVID, that we are doing this thing virtually. And we are super excited though, because we still get to come to y'all. We have so much stuff planned for you guys. It is going to be bomb. Look, it's always one queen. Here I go. I'm about to pop her in. Same time, same back channel every week.
Hey, Jeff.
I made it. Hello, world.
Yes. I had to get a pillow. Hold on, y'all.
Here we go. Okay, so let me rewind. Hello, Queen. Wave at him, Queen. She here. All right, Queen. She can wave. Now we can wave. I know, but so what I was saying was that we are super excited because we have our first true virtual event that's coming up on October the 17th. And guess what, y'all? It is a spinoff of one of our everyone always asks us for this event. And so that's why we are bringing it to y'all virtually. And so we are bringing, go ahead, Erica, tell her what it is. Tell her what it is, Erica.
It is the best thing going this round. Let me tell you, it's the Remixed Session, the virtual edition remixed version. We're going to be virtual with this thing, and it's a party, a show, enough good time. So,
yes.
6 to 9, grown folks.
Grown folks. Grown.
Yeah. It's the remix. So
only for women. Only for women.
Oh yeah,
this time only for women.
Yes, this time is only for women. So so let's back up. So we did it 2 years ago, and it was only women, and it was awesome. And so what happened was the men were like, okay, can we get a part of this? We want to reboot our love, sex, and intimacy in our relationships as well. And so last year we brought it to you guys, and we had the men come in and give their side of the story, and they sat on the panel. And so it was a very good time because we were able to have both the male and the female perspective. And so it was funny. We actually going to show y'all a little bit of footage because we have a video from when we had it the last time. And so we want to bring it to y'all again. And this time we got some good stuff that we're going to be doing virtually. We have Crystal from Divas and Dials that's going to be doing something special. So y'all better come ready. Yes. Make sure y'all look, the attire is comfy cute, okay? Because from Divas and Dials got some stuff for y'all to do. So I'm just
make sure you have a chair.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you have a chair.
Yes. So make sure you have a chair and come ready. Okay. And once again, let me go on and show this. It is so y'all will know the look, I can't even talk. The reset session remix. Goodness, try saying that a whole lot of times. You get tongue tied. So, but yes. So anything y'all want to add? I'm trying to start this watch party. So go ahead, Erica or Lawana. Anything y'all want to add to this thing here?
Okay, so we have a lot going on this day. October 17th from 6 to 9 online. want you to register. Our link is on Eventbrite and also our Facebook page. And we can also register you via Cash App, A Tribe Called Queens, $, A Tribe Called Queens. It's $29 entry fee. We have a lot in store for you. Like we said, we have fitness. We have a fitness session. We have online therapy, intimacy coaching. We have lots of girl chat. We'll break down in certain rooms and groups where you can get that undivided attention. We have poetry readings that's going to be taking place. We'll also have, I'm missing something. There's something else. Oh, there is a cocktail mixer hour as well. So we have a lot that's going to be in store, and we're still adding some things. So it is worth every bit. And it's a favorite of ours. It's highly requested. So you don't want to miss out. Slots will fill up. So just come ready and come open-minded and come ready to ask any question, because no question is off limits.
Mm.
All right.
No, it's not. No question is off limits. We are, listen, so just to give y'all a little bit of history about how this came about and why we are doing this and why we are so passionate about the Resex session, is because we as women, there are certain things that we just don't talk about. There's certain topics that are kind of taboo, and it is time to bring this stuff to the forefront, because we are all good and grown, and this is a Christian-based organization. So everything that we do, of course, glorifies God, and it's some of those things that the church doesn't want to talk about, those things that people just don't want to bring to the forefront. And that is why we created A Tribe Called Queens. First of all, is because we want to talk about the things that people don't want to talk about. And God created sex, okay? And so we need to know, and we need to be able to talk about these things. And so, like Erica said, we will have people there. We are still working on who is going to be there, but people who've come in the past, y'all know that we have had the awesome, fantabulous Dr. Donna, who is a sex therapist, and she always puts it down. Like, she gives you the truth. She gives you it and gritty how it's supposed to be. And so it is time. I mean, because we are all good and grown, and there are some people who just have certain things that they really want to discuss, that they really want to talk about, and they don't have the space to do that. And so we always provide a safe, positive space where women can come and we can just learn about ourselves, learn about our body, learn about our sexuality, all of those things, and still have it from a godly perspective. And so that is why we know, that this is something that is definitely that needs to be discussed. And so that's why we do it. And it always turns out to be a glorious, a wonderful event. Last time, like I said, we had the men, we had 2 pastors on the panel. And so it was, that was funny. I mean, it was, and some people thought that we weren't going to be able to have real talk, but we were still able to have real talk, because guess what? They're pastors, but they are men first. Okay. And so they're both married, they have wives. And so we were able to get into this stuff, y'all. I mean, like, we got into some real talk, and it was awesome. So if anybody that is out there that's watching, any of our tribe that was there at the event, please, if you guys want to put in some comments about what y'all thought about when y'all were there, we would love to hear from you guys. So y'all can just drop some comments on what it was like, what the experience was like if you attended a Resex session previously. So we would love to hear from you guys if you are out there watching right now. Even if you catch it on the replay, you can go ahead and put your comments in the comments as well. All right. So anything else you want to add, Lou? What you got? You on mute.
No, I think you guys covered everything. I would just say, ladies, you're going to be surprised. So make sure you just register. We have a lot of good stuff. And this time you can be interactive. Even though we're coming to you live on Zoom, you're still going to be able to interact during the event. And I think you'll learn some new stuff.
Yes. Yes, it doesn't hurt to learn something new. Ricky and Jason, those are my friends from my coaching. How y'all doing? I see they tuned in and they are watching. Hey guys, Gwen has joined us as well. Hey, Verna is on in watching too. So if you guys have any questions that you want to throw out at the queens, any comments, please feel free to put them in there. Nikki and Jason, I pray that all is well with you guys. So Nikki, go on in and you need to go on and register for this resex thing, honey. Yes. I would love to see your face in the place. And how this all came about, like I said, just, the things that we always want to bring, different topics, different issues. Some of the other events that we have done, we did a teen suicide summit that was really awesome as well. And so we just want to bring those things that people think that as Christian women, as spiritual women, that we cannot talk about. And that is not true. There is nothing that is off limits. Okay. And so these are the things that we need to discuss. We're also excited because we have poet Ray Monet coming back. That's going to drop some poetry in there. If y'all, last time she dropped some stuff. It got real, it got real interesting when poet Ray Monet, it started with the pastors and they had questions. And so she's coming back and she's going to drop some of her knowledge and her skills up in there. And so we are excited. Like I said, we have a packed activity night for you guys, and that's why we're doing it in the evening, so y'all can have y'all kids all squared away, do what y'all need to do, be ready to come in here and for the Resex Session Remixed. Okay, so go on and take care of the kids, the husband, everybody, get them squared away so y'all can come in and be ready.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Erica.
So we ask everyone else when they come out, and we hear everyone else's comments when they leave, when we do our surveys and things. What were each one of you all's favorite time at the Resex Session, or any of our other events? It doesn't, but mainly the Resex Session, since we're promoting that too tonight.
That's a good question. I guess for me, if I think that, I enjoyed the first one because it was our first one, but I think the second one with the men kind of brought like a different spin to it. And so it was really interesting to be able to hear the male's perspective. And I mean, I was very shocked that the men were so open and transparent, and like they were really like engaging, because when we first did it, we were having a difficult time. Like the men were like, okay, we went in. And then when we were trying to get the men, it was like a struggle to get them. Yes. So I was thinking, oh my goodness, how is this going to turn out? Because I wasn't sure if they were going to be open and transparent, but they really were. And so it was good to be able to have their perspective, especially as women, because it kind of just opened up our eyes so that we can see that what it is that men are expecting, what it is that they want, and for them to be able to come and share that with us. I thought that was awesome. So for me, I would have to say the second one. I mean, I loved all of them, but I think that the second one just brought a whole nother spin and a whole nother twist to it. And and the women and the men, like they were really engaging. And it was like the dialogue was, the time was so fast. We were like, so we need a longer time. But yeah, so that for me, that's what I
would say. For me, the first event, I liked it because we had breakout sessions between single women as well as married women. But we discovered that the married and single, we kind of had the same issues, even though some were married, some were single. So I think that was awesome. The second event, like Georgette said, just hearing the men perspective about women, but also they got to hear our perspective about them. So we always hear what a man wants and how a man expect a woman should look, but they got a chance to say, hey, well, guess what? We expect certain things too. We want y'all to stay on top of y'all game, just like you guys want us to stay on top of our game. And to get a little deeper, I learned about the mini and the no. We learned
I forgot to mute.
some men are born like this, some men are born like that. I mean, so that was kind of exciting. And then we also got to learn other things that Dr. Donna exposed that, some of the men didn't agree with, but it was a great conversation because it's the world we live in today. So if you wasn't there, you missed it, but it was good. And then we had different ages there. So we had from women in your 20s to women in their late 60s, from men in their early 30s to men in their late 50s, and just to come together as a community to talk about it, even though we was in different ages. It's like what the older women might have thought is like the younger women have a different perspective about it. So it was just interesting to see the different backgrounds come together, to whether they disagreed or agreed with the conversation that was being had, and that everybody walked away with something positive about sex and how they view sex, whether you was the man or you was the woman.
I think for me, so I mean, they were both a lot of fun, actually, to hear everybody interacting. And as Lou was saying in the beginning, I mean, the first one where you had the breakout groups, and I thought that was really cool because, everybody kind of went off to their own side to discuss different things. But all the issues at the end of the day are very similar, between the married and the single. And then for the second one, it was just really funny to hear some of the conversation that was going on between the men and the women. And, I think for both events, it was, I think people felt really safe to just be open and talk. And, whereas we had questions that we had, kind of pre-selected, we didn't really have to go into that because once it got started, it just took off, and to the point where we had to start, hey, okay, we've spent so much time on this one particular topic, we got to get on to the next thing and the next thing. But it was just a really good time overall. And as everybody said, like if you weren't there, you missed such a treat. So you gotta sign up and just be ready, come in with an open mind, and just whatever's on your mind, whatever questions you may have, just get it on out there because we're going to have a great time.
Yes, that was a good question, E. And so we have,
wait, we didn't do her.
Wait, Erica didn't answer.
I'm sorry.
I forgot I was.
We got a comment, so I got excited. Okay, yeah, Erica, you got to answer. Let me go. Let me mute. See?
Oh, my favorite. I think it was just, I liked both events. One, I loved our first one because it was our first time. And just seeing all the sisters come out and just express themselves. And then the variation of what we had. We went from abstinence to, the over sexualized, and then it was, then the married and no sex, and married and, sex, and it just the intimacy and the affection. We went through the whole gamut of it. And we met some ladies that had not known our group before, and just the introduction to those. And it was like, and now they come out to again and again to our events. And then the second one was hearing the men be so vocal and, some with their opinions or different outlooks, and they came with an open mind, and it was some wild questions that I would say, but I loved each and every bit of it because it was like, people were comfortable enough to be free and open and transparent, and no question was anything to be ashamed of. And I think everybody had that sense. And then just the feedback of what we got when everybody left out, of how we actually are doing a service. So and these are not just us talking, these are licensed therapists and doctors that are giving this guidance. So it isn't just coming from us, it's from, well-learned physicians. So I think I just loved I had so much fun, and we laughed. I didn't, I know there will be times when we would laugh and make it a good time, but it was really a good time. So I hope everyone has a chance to sign up and come on out and sit with us for this next one. That was my favorite. My favorites, because my husband was in attendance, and I probably won't invite him again. No. He's listening. Oh.
I was wondering what she was about to say. When she said my husband, I was like, uh-oh, where's she going?
He had some questions. He had a lot of questions.
Yeah, Mike D was funny. He was participating. I loved it though. Like he participated, he asked his questions, and so, but that's what it's all about. You listen, we have to ask these questions and get the answers. And like we said, we love Dr. Donna because she just put it out there. Like, I mean, it is what it is, and she has no cut cards, and we love it. And so, but yeah, it's awesome. And so we have a comment from, thank you, Akil. He's also one of my my coaching buddies that I met, and he says, I love what you queens are doing in these types of forums. So we thank you. And I am so glad that you are healed and that you are better. He had COVID-19, and so I am so thankful that God has healed your body and that you are doing well. And so glad, my brother. So take care. And your beautiful wife, Miss Maureen. So y'all listen, go on and sign. Let me go and put this link back up here. Go on and sign your wife up so she can come on in here and get acquainted with the queens. And when we had this reset session, sir, yes, I'm telling you, she gonna learn something. I'm just saying. Okay, let me move on.
Come with your cocktails ready. It could be leaded or unleaded, whatever your choice is.
Let's put a question out there, because this is the one on the second session, the part 2 that we did. The question that really got everybody riled up was, can a man or a woman have the opposite sex as a friend?
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if our viewers can comment on that while we're going through everything else.
Yes, that was a question. So once again, Lewis, we had a question. That thing, oh my God, we spent so much time on that one question that we had to like sidebar that question, because it was like, okay, we got more questions to answer. And so, yes, we want to hear your comments, whatever you think. Can males and females have platonic relationships? And so that is the question. And so, yeah, go ahead, our tribe. We'd love to hear from you guys. If you want to go ahead and plug that in and put your comments in the comment section on what you think about that. So, and then we can go around and answer it too, but we'll wait and see if we have any comments or anything from our tribe. And so, but once again, let's see, what was the other questions we had? We talked about who was going to be there. Crystal, Poet Ray Monet, Dr. Donna. We are hopefully Dr. Joy L is going to be available to come in and talk too. We are waiting for confirmation for that. We had her on our platform probably about a month or so ago, and Dr. Joy L talks about menopause, and when we go through that, y'all, I don't know if y'all remember, I had my 2 fans going and all that. It's getting a little cooler outside, so I'm not flashing as much. Thank you, Jesus, because it's nice outside. So, but hopefully Dr. Joy L will come back and join us so we can talk about that as well. Some other people that we have lined up. So like we said, guys, you do not want to miss it. We always have a good time. You can go ahead and register right there. The link is scrolling across the bottom. Once again, it's going to be October the 17th from 6 to 9 p.m. Of course, because of COVID and all of that stuff, we have to do it virtually, but it's okay because we still going to work it out. We're going to work it out. So let's see if we had anybody respond to the question that we asked. So one of our tribe members says, so this is from Gwen. She says, yes, they can. Trust and honesty goes a long way. And so that is what Gwen says. Akil, our brother, oh, we got a male answering. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. He says, that's a very touchy situation. And I would answer yes, but there will have to be a huge amount of trust and integrity between all parties involved. And so that is what he said. So, and the reason this question, so what happened, why this question created so much talk was because Dr. Donna shared that her best friend was a male and that she was getting married, and she was saying that she was going to a strip club with her best friend who was a male. And so, whoo, Auntie, when she said that,
the men went off.
the men went off. They went straight off. And so that is how that question came about. And I swear, for goodness gracious, I think we may have spent about almost an hour, 45 minutes on that one question. And we had to table it because it just was getting deep. And so, and it was funny because we actually had, and I don't know if V is watching, but we had one of my good friends, our good queen friend, was in the audience, and she has a best friend that's a male as well. And so, but they were quiet. They didn't say anything. They was like, but it was just interesting because we actually had another male, female best friend situation in the audience, and they've been best friends for a very long time. And so it is a very interesting question, but it led into so many other things that came up. And so, all right, let's go ahead, Queens. Let's answer that question. So, Jess, what you think?
Listen, I think it's the same. Like, you have to have that trust and that, integrity, because, and then you also have to know yourself, right? Because everybody cannot handle that. Whether, especially if you're married, you may not want to, be having a male best friend, or you may. It just really depends on the person, and again, you just really have to know yourself, and you all have to have a good understanding, because it's so easy to cross lines, and it can happen just like that. So I think it just depends on the people.
What you say, E?
I'm going to say it's possible. However, there are some things when you get married, your spouse is now your best friend. So that best friend that you had before you got married is still your good friend, but your spouse is now your best friend. So it's not to say that that person jumps off, your friend jumps off, but there is a role. So there is, like, I can't do things with my best friend that would be disrespectful to my now best friend, which is my husband or wife or whatever your situation is. So it can be done, but there has to be a level of engagement with your husband that they have to know that relationship with you also is trust, is respect. It doesn't cross any lines as far as time-wise. With, like, you wouldn't be hanging out with your girlfriends doing anything disrespectful against your husband. The same. So if you had a male friend, that still wouldn't cross any lines. So it's like, it's just that person is the opposite sex as your friend. So you would basically play that same role. It can be done. It just has to be, the situations have to be well defined between everybody involved. Like, that's my boy, that's my friend. You know who that is. And I'm introducing you. You're not aware of how we get down. You have to know this before we all come together. There is nothing that is going to be brand new. Now, everybody else might like, your wife has a male best friend. They might be new to it, but you and your husband should be lockstep on, or you and your wife should be lockstep on that thing. And there shouldn't be anything surprising. I think when everything is caught off guard and done in secret, that's when it becomes a big old problem.
Okay. What you got, Lou?
I say yes, you can have a male best friend, or the male can have a female best friend, because it all depends on when you meet your husband or when you meet your wife. So if you already had that man that was your best friend or a friend before your husband came along, then when your husband came along, you should already have introduced your close friend to your husband. And like Erica said, that communication right there, it's no secret or anything like that, what's going on in you guys' relationships, or no boundaries being crossed. But I do think you can have that relationship. You can have other opposite sex relationships. Now, if you already married and then a new person come in and you're like, oh, that's my best friend. Well, where did that person come from? Because when me and you got married, that person wasn't there. So now you got somebody new. All right, we got to vet this out a little bit more carefully, because then that's, I think, when it becomes suspect. Like, where that person come from? You know what I mean? Now, okay, so if we work together, then okay, of course you talking to your spouse about people you work with, where, oh, that's my boss, or I work with them. That's something different. But somebody just coming on the scene, new, oh yeah, this is my best friend. Well, where that best friend come from? Because when me and you was together, I thought I met all your best friends. Now you got another one that came up. Then there's a problem. Then there's a hold it. But but I think, meeting, before you get married, whatever, you got that best, all right, that's cool. He coming in the circle, all right, cool. Da, da, da. I think it can be done on that level. But something new, you don't even know that person and you calling them your best friend, then yeah, me and you, we gotta talk. That ain't no best friend.
Bob then just jumped on the scene.
Right.
That's a side something, but it ain't no best friend. I'm just saying.
This
But yeah,
new.
yeah. Me and her been best friends since we were small. Well, then why I ain't never seen her? Cause she lives somewhere else. Well, let her keep living somewhere else. Cause I'm just saying that ain't no.
Ah. Oh my God, that's funny.
I'm just saying. So, ladies, be careful about that. Be careful about that new.
Be careful about that new. All right, y'all, for y'all, I can't even talk. For those of y'all that just joined us, we put a question out there. Can males and females be best friends, have a platonic relationship, and where does that stand if if you're married in a committed relationship or whatever? How does that play into effect? Because that was something that we talked about and at the Resex session that we had last year, and that was like a real hot topic. And so that's why we brought that question up. And so let's see, we got a comment. Let's see what. Oh, hey, Sar. She joined. She says hello. And then we also, Teresa. Hey, Teresa, she watching it all the way from Germany, and it's like early in the morning. She said, Lou, I'm with you. She said, these besties have to go. These besties have to go. That new is a no. I love it. And so for me, most of y'all know I worked in a male dominated profession for a long time. And so most of my partners were men. And so I was always around a lot of men, always with the dudes. I was always working out and always in the gym with the men and all of that stuff. So I do have, I'm not going to say I have my male best friend is my husband. Like Erica said, he is my best friend, but I do have male friends. But I don't, I think like everybody said, is that it's about being that honesty and that integrity and that trust. And so I always think about, how would it be if it was the other way around? Like if my husband had a female friend, and how would I feel if this, whatever the situation is, how would that make me feel? And so I always tell my husband and all of that, whenever we talk about anything, if it's something that we think may cross the line or something that we think how would you feel if it was done to you? And so that is a very important question. And if you felt that was going to be disrespectful for you, then it's disrespectful for me. And so, but being in the field that I was in, oh my goodness, with all the men that being the police, it was some crazy dudes. It was some dudes that I had to put in place too and let them know, hey, like that's real disrespectful. Like, don't do that. Even though we laugh, we joke, because of course, being in a male dominated profession, they do some crazy things, but you have to know yourself, like Justina said, and you have to be quick to correct that and say, listen, like that's just disrespectful. We're not going to do that. We're not going to talk like that, whatever. And so, but I do have male friends. I don't have like I said, my best male friend is my husband. And so there's none that he does not know about. He knows about every male friend that I had, every partner that I rode with, all of that stuff. And so, but I did have a partner that I rode with for a very long time, and he was like a brother to me. And so, and we fought all the time. So yes, but it can happen, I think, and it's just a matter of, like everyone said, you got to have that trust, you got to have that level of respect and all of that. But like Lou said too, you ain't bringing no new in here that I don't know nothing about. We've been together way too long for that. Who is that new? New is a no. So amen. Let's see. And Sarah said, it's a thin line to walk on. Ooh, yes. And I think it's too, like, I forgot who said that. I think that was Justina who said it too. Like, you got to know yourself. And so, yeah, if you know if it's going to tempt you, if it's going to, because we can easily catch feelings for other people. You know what I mean? And so you just got to be, if you know that, you got to know yourself. Not only that, you got to know your history. You got to know what your daddy and your mama did, because that affects you. Okay. And so for me, you got to know. Okay. Just know yourself. I ain't going to put my daddy out there like that. But Simon Worman said, my male friends are my husband's friends also. It just worked out that way. Awesome. Yes. And just like us, because I consider my sisters here, I consider their husbands my friend as well. But like, like Sarah just said, we all know each other. And so we're all comfortable with one another's, husbands and stuff like that. And so I think it's just a matter of, like everybody is saying, like, you need to know, like your husband needs to know your friends. I need to know his friends and all of that. And then it's all good. You know what I mean? But nobody come before hubby number one. And then, Terry also says, not going to be second, third, or fourth. Nah. She was like, nah. And she says, also, it's essential to be cautious and careful. The enemy will use those things. We are human. Don't give the devil any room. Yes, because that temptation is serious, y'all. What you say, E? You on mute.
No, I was co-signing and giving my church hand without my fan.
Yeah.
Yes. It is serious. You have to know yourself, and you can't allow those things to step in. I love that. New is a no-no. I'm gonna use that.
Yes, we gonna make some shirts on that. That new with the finger and everything like this. No. I know I hit that finger in a minute. No, but that is awesome though. I love it. That was a good question. But yeah. All right, y'all. So look, let me go on and hit this video before I forget. I just want to give y'all while we're in here laughing, I want to show y'all just a little bit, give y'all a little taste of what the reset session was like And this is from last year when we had, like we told y'all, we had the males and the females. So let me run this video so y'all can get a little taste of.
Or premature ejaculation.
You got a real man. You ain't got to listen to me. Listen, like, hold on, babe. Hey, let me go. I want to piggyback off something she said. She said it don't make a difference about size. So I want to ask the lady, are you telling me there's no difference between this and this?
Yes, there is. Yes.
So that was just a taste, y'all, of what.
It's a difference. It's a difference. It's a difference. I'm just saying, it's a difference.
Listen, and that was the pastor asking that
Those
question.
was the pat. Exactly.
Yes, it was. It was the pastor asking that question, guys. So once again, like I said, they are men first. Hello. And so listen, that was just a take on what we did last time at the Resex session. I told y'all we be having real talk up in there. We is no holds bar, and that's why we love it. And people are comfortable, and I just love that, you know, that we make people comfortable enough that they can come and just be open and honest, because a lot of people, that was some of the comments that we were hearing when it was over from all ages of women, that, you know, that they truly appreciated that we allowed them to come into this space and to just be open and honest. And like, we had some people, they were like, man, we learned some stuff today that we ain't even know about. And so it was all, you know, you always can learn something new. And so it was just awesome. And like I said, just to have women from different age groups just to say, you know, we appreciate you, sisters. We love it. Like, we were able to just be our true, authentic selves. And so that is always amazing. And so we thank you too for all of our guests that came before. So we just thank y'all for always supporting and always being there and always showing up and hanging out with the queens. So, but yeah, I just wanted to give y'all a little taste of what it was like, you know, when we had the last Resex session. So anything else y'all want to add, queens, as we wrap this thing up? Anything else y'all want? Let me see if we got any more questions or comments. I don't think so now. So
Just make sure you register.
Anthony Wallace, he joined, one of my old co-workers. Hi, Mr. Anthony Wallace in the place. Go ahead. What was you about to say, Lou?
Just make sure, women, that you register. You will have an awesome time. And doesn't matter what age you are. I don't know if my mama watching. Beverly, you can't come. But anyway.
You can come.
But it doesn't matter what age you are. Trust me, you will get something out of the session. You will get something out of the session. And you'll be empowered in your own sexuality. Because I think as women, we don't think we can be empowered in our own sexuality.
Yeah, that's good. What you got? E?
I just want to say, and piggyback off of what Luana says, and there's also a touch of anonymous question asking too. So we have that ability, because I know we had that the last time. Because not everyone is comfortable asking their question out in the open. So there is a chance for you to ask your question, and your name not be, or your information not be shared. It could be brought up to the forefront without any association being attached to a person. So just know that you have that ability too, and just come and have a good time. It's going to be a wonderful time. We always have so much fun and learn so much. And it isn't just about intimacy as well. It's the whole gamut of a relationship and yourself. It's the health, the fitness, It is the intimacy involved. It's the affectionate, passionate, romantic part of it. It's all of that. So it's not just, so much sex heavy, but it's everything, the whole person, the whole self. So you get a lot for 3 hours. You get a lot. And you won't want to leave. We're going to be partying.
What you got, Just? We got a question too that somebody posted, but go ahead, Just. I'll let you answer first, and then we'll get to the question.
No, I think they said it all for the most part. Just ladies, come on and register. Be ready to have a good time. It is a safe space, so you can feel comfortable. Just being yourself and asking those questions that you've always wanted to ask and get other people's opinions on or their take on it. And we have some great guests. You will not be disappointed.
Okay, we have a question, ladies, before we. So this question says, and we actually talked about this too at the last session. After we asked that question, it rolled into this one as well. How do you feel about work wives or husbands? So you know how people be like, oh, I got a work wife and my work husband. So how do you feel about that? Go ahead, Justin. You still unmuted. We'll go to you first and let you answer.
It's a thin line. I mean, because you have to realize, being at work, you're spending a lot of time with these people. You are there every day, 5 days a week, at least 8 hours a day. And it's easy for you to, look to that other person. So again, it's about knowing yourself, knowing these boundaries, that whole trust thing, because it's easy to just, cross over. You done had a moment at home, your man or your woman getting on your nerves. You go to the work wife, the work husband. You're like, let me tell you what's going on. Hey, baby, let me make it feel better, because I have somebody at my job that's what he used to do. So women would come to him and he'd be like, as he said in his skullduggery days, that's exactly what he'd do. He'd be like, he must have fixed it. And he'd go and take them where he gonna take them and do what he gonna do. And he's like, they like, I want to leave my husband. I want to marry you. And he's like, nah, I can't do that. I got my own at home. So you gotta know yourself. You gotta have those boundaries, because it's just it is such a thin line, and it's easy to cross over if you are not in the right headspace.
Put your mama on the phone. Put your mama on the phone.
I'm sorry, that's our line. I'm gonna do a high five. That's our favorite line.
I had to do it. It came up, so I had to do it. I had to do it. So, okay, go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Just go ahead.
Go ahead, Eric.
Listen, work wife, work husband, I don't know. It's no thin line for me, because they got to pay these work bills then. So it's no thin line. You either in it or you're not. You're not my other husband. You're not my extra wife. She not your extra wife. They not going to take these current kids. There is no discussion. So I will hear it. Don't be talking about you and your work wife. Then she going to come and get this work mortgage. And these work smecco and Washington gas. Somebody got to help out then.
Oh my God, that is funny.
Come here, telling me about your work wife. Boy, I wish you would.
What? I know that's right. Keep it 100. Go ahead, Lou. I'm sorry. I can't even. I gotta mute myself on that one. Go ahead.
Nah. I'm there. I guess I'm like Erica. You got a work wife. Hell, go live with her. Quit. No. But I did have his name was Aubrey. Hey Aubrey, if you're watching. He used to work with me. But he was gay. So, we was cool. We always went to lunch together and stuff like that. But like I said, hey, a man walked down the street like, wanna look, so you know what I mean? So I don't think that counted, but he was cool though. But nah, I don't go with the work. I don't believe in the work husbands and the work wives. Nah. Mm-mm. Now, if I
my,
throw you out and you got one, you go to her. You know what I mean?
oh my goodness.
Nah.
Yes. Sarge said, good stuff, Justina. And then look, Sarge also said, Erica left. Look, that's why. Listen here, the queens, we keep it 100. And then I can't even talk. Wait, she said, Teresa said, somebody's at work, husband, wife is going to cause them to lose their at-home husband and wife. Just and then Sharon said, I hate that phrase, work, wife, husband. You only have one. Gwen said, not in my house. No such thing. There is only one wife. They like say that, Erica. And this Teresa said, how about the work? How about the wife come and do some cleaning? Okay. Oh my God. So and then Teresa, for you, Lou, she said, that's a work girlfriend, Lou. I guess she's talking about your friend Aubrey. My goodness, listen, that is funny. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was partners with primarily men, and I never said that was my work husband. That was like, if anything, it was more like a brother. Like they were like my brothers, not no husbands. Like we were cool, and I hung out with them. We did certain things together. Like I said, I worked out with them, but I never used that title like that's my work husband. No, like that's my brother. You know what I mean? And even still to this day, my partners, I consider them my brothers. Like these are my brothers. I love them like brothers, and I have quite a few of them. And so, but no husband. That's my brother. Like, and that's just what it is. So, Sarah Wormley, she over there cracking up, y'all. She just started. She laughing, but that's serious. Like
One husband is enough.
Yes, one husband is enough. Like
say it again. Yes. A lot of work with that one.
Yes, and one wife is enough because I know I'm enough. Like, I mean, I know Michael don't need no wife, husband, no work. No, he like one wife is enough because she is enough. Okay, that's all. And I know I'm enough, so because I know I get on his nerves, but I love him to death, and he loved me too. So, but all right, Sean, that thing got my stomach. Erica, I'm gonna be laughing about that all night tonight. Oh, that was funny. So
look, Mike D already know. Don't come home with that because you won't make it out the house, bro. You won't make it out the house, bro.
Mr. Davis, wherever he go, 3 little babies go, so he ain't messing around.
I know that's right. Yes, listen, it's a full package deal. That means you got to pay mortgage, you got to pick up these kids, you got to cook, you got to clean, you got the grocery shop. Honey, listen. Yes, all of it.
The whole kit and caboodle.
All of it. Yes, and Akil said there are lines that need to be drawn, so there's no misunderstanding at all. That's right. I know that's right. It ain't no work, nothing. We are partners, or we are friends, or we are brothers. That's it. No other wife. None.
We just co-workers. We just work together. That's it. We just co-workers.
That's it, and that's all.
That's it.
I said work babies. Well, I ain't gonna say that because I love my partners, so they're like my, they really are like my brothers. I mean, and so I mean, yeah. So I do have
yours is different because your partners, you guys got to cover each other on the street, so you bond differently than like my boss. We cool or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We cool, but at the end of the day, and then I have some females that we're friends, like Q. I consider Q my friend, but for the majority, we and I have Mike Brown. He cool too, So you have your certain cool ones, that you would consider friends, but majority of them co-workers.
Lord, mute her, please.
They all watching like,
Yes,
okay. We didn't name names.
right. We got you. We understand. We got you, Lou. We got you. They gonna be like this. I ain't like her anyway. So.
Mike and them like, we good.
All right, y'all. Well, listen, y'all know we can sit up here and shit and chat all night long, but we want to thank y'all. We appreciate y'all for always coming in, always tuning in, always commenting. I thank y'all for tuning in, for getting acquainted with the queens. Let me go ahead and put this link up here one more time and remind y'all that our Session Remixed virtual edition. Say that 3-4 times, like I said in the beginning. You get tongue tied. It's going down on October the 17th from 6 to 9 p.m. You can register at Eventbrite. You can also register at Cash App if you want to do it that way as well. Our our handle for Cash App is $A Tribe Called Queens. Or you can go on to Eventbrite as well and register through Eventbrite also. So we want to see your face in the place. For the men that are watching, go ahead and buy your wife, significant other a ticket so she can come on and attend. And so who knows, next time maybe we'll bring the men back again. And so because we had such a good time with the men as well. But this time we're focusing on our ladies again. And so go ahead, make sure y'all sign up. The link is down there. Go on and get it. So we thank y'all. You had something to say, Lou? I see you unmuted.
No, I was just saying, make sure you bring your chair. That's it. I'm just worried about the chair. Don't forget the chair.
Don't forget your chair, ladies. We're gonna be at home anyway, so you need a chair.
Gonna be at home.
Make sure you have a chair.
Make sure it's a portable chair that you can walk around. That's all I want to say.
When you register, we will send you the information that you need to have for that event, along with the link to how to get on to with access to the event.
Exactly. So come comfy, cute, even though you're in the house, because we want to see y'all face. We want to see y'all face in the place. So we want to make sure that y'all can be seen, so we can see each other, so we can laugh. But it's just gonna be a good time. Hey, y'all can just see from watching this that it's gonna be a good time, because we always have a good time. So when you come in with the queens, there's always gonna be something. So to keep you laughing and keep you engaged. And that's what we need in this time. And with it's a whole lot of stuff going on. And so if we can just find a way to bring you guys a little laughter, a little joy, a little happiness for 2-3 hours, then that is what we're here to do. So let me see. Oh, Sarge had one more comment. She said, there's a different bond as police partners, but you got to know yourself, because feelings and emotions are a thin line. That is absolutely true. Yes. And so I think everybody covered it, just because, like we said, like, you depending on this person to have your back. Like, I mean, so you got to be, that's a whole nother level of trust in itself. So, but thank you guys for tuning in, for getting acquainted with the queens. We appreciate it. We love y'all. Y'all can also check us out. We got our YouTube channel up. So if you missed this, you can also watch it on our YouTube channel. We went live tonight as well on our YouTube channel. So you guys can check us out there. Go back, make sure you like us. You can follow us at atribecalledqueens.org. Follow us on all of our social media. We are usually here every Saturday night at 7 p.m. for getting acquainted with the queens. So check us out. Sar said, Lou, you brought me some laughs tonight.
Thank you. But make sure you go to our YouTube and subscribe. Please subscribe to follow us.
Yeah, subscribe on our YouTube channel as well. So just go check us out and subscribe on that as well. All right, I think I covered everything. And Teresa said, good job, ladies. A Tribe Called Queen Incorporated. Thank you, Terry, all the way from Germany. Woo, 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 woo. Love you for coming in this early morning. So, all right, so we will see y'all here next week. I don't know what we talking about next week. I don't know. Who knows? Just tune in. We get something coming up on here. We'll figure it out. So any woohoo. All right, y'all. We are out. Like we always say, we hit you with those deuces. And and we will see y'all next Saturday, 7 p.m. All right, y'all. Take care. Have a good rest of the weekend. Bye.